What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today I've got this 2022 Ford Ranger XLT with the Roush package. Right before we jump into this Ford Ranger, if you guys are enjoying these types of reviews, please be sure to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button, as it does help out the channel and with the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, let's jump right into this 2022 Ford Ranger XLT with the Roush package and see what it's all about. Now, the Roush package is built off of the XLT trim. However, let's say you don't want the Roush package, you do have other trims that you can get, which is the XL, XLT, which you're looking at, or the Lariat. And when it comes to the standard safety features with the XLT, you are going to be getting your reverse sensing system, your blind spot information system, lane keep system, pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, and of course you've got your Ford Copilot 360 system as well. Plus, this truck does have the available upgraded option for the technology package, which will give you 2 more extra safety features, which will be your adaptive cruise control and your forward sensing system. Starting things off in the front of this Ranger, just by looking at it, you can tell it's not a regular XLT, of course, but if you look at the bottom, you do have your standard front tow hooks. However, because of the Roush package, these will become your red tow hooks then. Also, this truck does have the FX4 off-road package as well, so that's also going to give you your exposed steel bash plate right there. And of course, you do have, like I mentioned, your front sensors built right in. As for the bumper, you've got a pretty unique bumper. You've got a good amount of opening right under your plate bracket, and you also have 2 more open sections right above that. You've got your standard halogen fog lights as well. Also, typically with the XLT, standard with your bumpers, you're going to have them body color front and rear. However, because this truck has the upgraded sports appearance package, that is then going to give you your magnetic gray front and rear bumpers. And moving into the grille, this is the unique grille that Roush does on their vehicles. Typically, you would have your Ford logo here, but you've got the massive Roush lettering. And if you look even closer, you've also got your dual LED light bars in there. Just like your front and rear bumpers, also a part of the sports appearance package, you'll have your black mesh grille with the magnetic gray surrounding. As for your headlights, they're just like your fog lights, they're also the halogen headlamps. Coming over to the side of the Ford Ranger, here you'll start to notice a little bit more of the Roush packaging. First of all, you're still gonna have your standard black side mirrors along with your standard black door handles, and with the sports appearance package, you are then gonna get your magnetic gray painted fender vent surround. And if you add on the Roush package, you're also gonna get your Roush fender heat extractors. Also, like I was mentioning with the Roush decaling, you also have it on both sides of the front doors, and this truck also has the available option for the black running boards. Looking at your fender flares, with the Roush packaging, this looks so much better because it makes the truck look a little bit more wider and more aggressive. And as for these really nice looking wheels, without the Roush package, just standard, you're gonna have your 17-inch silver painted aluminum wheels, but if you add on the sports appearance package, which this has, that is then gonna give you your 17-inch magnetic gray painted aluminum wheels. However, with the Roush package, that takes it a step further and is going to give you your 18-inch satin black Roush wheels with your 32-inch all-terrain tires. Like I mentioned, this truck has your FX4 off-road package, so it's going to give you a ton more things like your off-road tuned suspension, terrain management system, electronic locking rear diff, skid plates, and your FX off-road decal, but this one does not have it because of the Roush packaging. However, adding on the Roush package, that is then going to give you your Roush performance suspension. Coming around to the back of the Ranger, starting at the bottom, you've got the same magnetic gray rear bumper with the sensors built in. Also, this truck does have the trailer tow packaging, so you've got your hitch in the middle there and your wiring harness, plugs, and whatever you need for your trailer needs. And adding on the Roush packaging, that is also going to give you a Roush hitch cover. And over on the tailgate, you've got your typical Ford badging, and then you've got this massive Ranger lettering, plus you've got your Roush tailgate badge as well. And as for your rear lights, these are just your standard tail lamps. And as for your exhaust, because of the Roush package, you are going to get your Roush dual tip catback exhaust system. And here's a little startup clip. Hopefully you can hear it because it was pretty windy that day. Opening up the tailgate, typically you will not get a spray in bed liner. However, you can also get it aftermarket as well. And really, that's about it back here. You don't have your LED bed lighting or anything like that. Also, this truck has been added with a tonal cover. Plus, at the back of the window, you do get standard a manual rear sliding window, and you also get a Roush signature at the back. And if you're not a fan of this nice blue color, you can also get a very hot color, also known as a hot pepper red metallic. Now, this truck also stands out just like the blue one. Heading into to the rear of the Ford Ranger, it's a pretty clean and simple setup. Over at the bottom, you just have a cup holder area and some tiny space. You've got your speaker as well. Now this truck does have the standard 6 speakers, and moving up, just your typical window controls, door lock controls, and that's about it. Now as for the interior, just your normal XLT. You can get cloth or leather seats, but with the Roush packaging, it makes it feel a little bit more premium because you get the premium Roush leather interior. And as you can see, these seats just look really nice. You've got this kind of a diamond stitch pattern going on and really brings more life to the interior. Pulling down the rear center console area, this will bring out the 2 cup holders for the rear passengers. Also, if you're not using the rear seats, you can fold them forward and have that extra space, and you also have your roadside kit and all of that hidden behind it. But let's say you don't want to fold the seats down for whatever reason, you can pull them up and you have a ton more storage underneath, which you can actually put a decent amount of things there, and plus you can hide them away. Behind the driver and passenger seat, you've got full leather back seating, plus you've got mat pockets for additional storage. Over on the center rear console area, again a very simple setup. You just have a little bit of storage area, USB ports, and a 110 volt outlet. Now heading into the front, it's exactly like the rear. You just have a little bit more storage area at the bottom. You've got your speaker, your typical window controls, and your typical door lock controls. Now, like I was mentioning, if you just get the standard XLT and you can choose between either the cloth or leather, you can also get 2 different color options, either just the black or the medium stone. However, like the rear seats, these are also in that nice diamond stitch kind of a pattern. Plus in the front seats, because of the Roush packaging, you also have Roush stitched in as well. And an added bonus, both your front seats are power adjustable, which is very convenient. Underneath, nothing too special, just your foot pedals, and right above that, you've got your hood latch release. Further up, you have your typical lighting controls, your dimmers, and if you look up by the vent, that is where your side mirror controls will be. And for the steering wheel, this will be manual adjustable. Entering into the Ford Ranger, you've got a clean setup again on the dashboard, nothing too crazy going on here. And for the center gauge cluster, you've got a pretty nice setup, especially around your tach meter and your speed. You've got these unique looking blue needles, and you have your screen in the middle as well. Now you can go through a bunch of different options about your Ford Ranger and have whatever type of information you want in front of you. For your steering wheel, this will be your leather wrapped steering wheel, which is always nice. And on your left side of the steering wheel, you've got controls for your center gauge cluster, and right below that you have your cruise control settings and whatnot. While on the right side, you've got your audio and radio controls, and below that you have your Bluetooth controls, settings, and your home controls. And behind the steering wheel on the left side, you've got your typical indicator controls, high beam controls, and your lane keep assist control. And over on the right side, you've got your typical windshield wiper controls. Over on your center handrest area, it's nothing too crazy, but you still have a decent amount of room. Once you open it up, you can actually fit quite a few things in there. In front of the center console area, you've got 2 cup holders for the front, and that key symbol that you see in the cup holder, that is the passive key backup position. You've got your parking brake covered in leather as well, and same thing for your shifter, it's covered in leather. And beside that, you've got your typical 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. If you look right above that, you've got a few more buttons. Starting from the top left, you've got your off-road cruise control, auto start stop button, locker for the rear, trailer tow mode, parking sensor button, and your traction control. And then you have a little bit more storage area in front of that, along with 2 USB ports and 2 12 volt adapters. Moving up, you have your usual climate control buttons, and then your heated seat buttons as well, followed by your media controls and whatnot. And then you have this 8-inch touchscreen. Now it's a pretty standard setup here, and it's also very user friendly. You've got your home page where you can have 3 different things here. You've got your audio section. Next to that, you have your climate section, which is a dual setup. Moving over is your phone pairing section, and then you have your navigation screen as well here, followed by your app section, followed by your settings. And here you can just fine tune the truck how you need it to your personal taste. Above your screen, you do have a little bit of more storage area, but if you look up, you've got your standard auto dimming rear view mirror. And on the console up top, not a whole lot going on, just your interior dome lighting and some storage space up top as well. Coming over to the passenger side, you've got a decent amount of storage area in your glove department. And on the dashboard, because this has the Roush package, you're also going to have your serialized badging as well. Plus, you're also going to get your Roush WeatherTech liners. As for the key fob, this is a standard key fob. You just got your lock, unlock, remote start, panic button. But on the rear with the Roush package, you're also going to have a Roush key fob. So you've got the logo right there as well. As for what powers this Ford Ranger, you've got your 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine, which is going to provide you with 270 horsepower and 310 foot-pound of torque. And when it comes to towing with your Ford Ranger, you can tow about 7,500 1,500 pounds, while having a payload of a little over 1,800 pounds. And here is the window sticker for the 2022 Ford Ranger XLT. You've got your typical information about the truck in blue, and underneath you have your standard exterior, interior, and functional features. Further down, you've got your optional equipment, and this truck does have a decent amount of optional upgrades. However, if you want to go crazier, you can get more. And then you have your pricing at the bottom. Now this is minus any dealer discounts plus any manufacturing discounts if they're being offered, and it's also in Canadian dollars. However, by adding on the Roush package, this is going to be an additional $16,654 package, and that will be on top of your existing MSRP of the Ford Ranger. Well, that does it for this 2022 Ford Roush Ranger. Let me know in the comments down below, do you love this truck or do you hate it?